Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'll be playing a new game, not really a new game but another game, a different game, and this is called Delta Force. I've never played any of this Delta Force series before. I've never known that it existed all the way from the 1998 where the first Delta Force was released. What I really like about this game is that this is a FPS game, also a little bit of a third-person shooter game where you can go in tanks or vehicles and kill your enemies. So it is very cool. I really like the warfare mode. For warfare there are different modes. There's the attack and defend. There is also like the king of the hill. What I like about this game is really similar to like Battlefield and Call of Duty, where the action is very fast paced for a first person shooter, and I like the style of aiming. Also, it symbolizes very realistic battle scenarios, even in like real war. The only thing that is a bit iffy about this COD and Delta Force, even Battlefield, is that you can kind of like regenerate your health after not getting attacked. So that is a bit weird. But other than that, the mechanics of how the shooting game goes and how it tries to mimic war is really amazing. I really love this gameplay style. So these are some tips for you to improve your game in Delta Force, and of course the first thing is to really find your style and which operator for you to use. Of course, depending on your playing style, you would prefer one or the other based on the operators, and I'll explain just the basic 4 operators that you would be able to use as a free player, and the rest you'll be unlocking along the way, or you have to buy the operator. Of course, the first one is the Wolf, and this is an assault operator. So for each of the operators there are special abilities, and you have to know them inside out in order to play them much more efficiently. And for the Wolf, the special abilities they have are these 4. So motorized exoskeleton just increases his speed, so you're able to kill enemies and move around the map much more quicker, and when you kill and knock down enemies, you will also be granted more health and stamina. And next one is Triple Blaster. So when you use Triple Blaster, there will be 3 grenades that you can aim and fire. The next one is just a smoke screen that is quick to deploy. And last is a tactical slide. So when you are sprinting and when you crouch or do some maneuvers, you're able to slide and get to cover as quick as possible. So the next operator that we'll be looking at is Stinger. So for Stinger, it's more of like a medic. As you can see, it's a support character, and what special abilities you have are these 4 again. And for the pistol, you're able to heal allies when you're aiming at them, multiple allies at a time.
Take a strong dose.
You're also able to deploy smoke screen, a larger, bigger, longer lasting smoke screen. There are 2 different kinds of smoke screen. One is the hive tech, so you'll be controlling a drone and can have smoke screen on the ground. And of course, expertly rescue means that you are able to rescue teammates quicker and also grant them more health. Then next one we'll be looking at is Shepherd. This guy mainly plays like some kind of like sonic abilities, and sonic paralysis just makes the enemy move slower, and they have sonic trap, which is able to deploy like this kind of like sonic traps on the ground, and this would penetrate enemies' armor and also slow down enemies. And this one is frag grenade, basically just a normal grenade that explodes, and also sonic defense. So what sonic defense is that he has a hand mounted like device to generate some sound waves, and this will make sure that it gets reduced damage from explosions. And lastly, we got Luna, and for Luna, the abilities that she has are mainly like arrows. So for detection arrow, when after firing the arrow, you're able to reveal like a portion of the area where the enemies are. While Volt Arrow, when you shoot the arrow, it releases an electric shock and damages nearby enemies. She also has the frag grenade, and there's also an enemy analysis. So what this is that when Luna damages an enemy, the enemy will be shown for a short period of time, something like a wall hack to herself and her teammates as well. And based on her playing style and which operator that you've chosen, the next step for you to go is over at the loadouts. So over at loadouts, you're able to select whichever operators that you want and choose which weapons you want them to use. So example, for Luna there are different kind of weapons they can use, and mostly these weapons are overlapping weapons. They have rifle and they have sniper rifle, but of course only for Luna especially she has the sniper rifle. Yeah, so for each operator there are different weapon types, and just choose a weapon that is more suited to your playing style. And also remember that make sure to choose the appropriate weapon for the game mode, so be equipped properly. You won't really use a sniper rifle for King of the Hill because you'll be constantly going to capture key installations of the enemies. And once you have chosen a weapon, make sure when you click a weapon to modify your weapon, and this will help you greatly. And this is one of the games that really has very in-depth game gun modification. You can choose each of the different parts of the gun to change, and this will also in turn change or like sort of like modify the stats of the gun based on whatever equipment that you will be equipping to the gun. So for example, you can also change your optics, and you can give yourself 3x scope, or even change how the red dot sight or a different kind of like aiming scoping style that you want. So this will really enhance your game, and I would say this really would help you in the long run when you play this game. Of course, the most obvious thing to know is to understand the map layout. So this would take you some time, play a couple of games, and really explore the map to know the ins and outs of the map, so that you know how to flank your enemies and where is the entry point and exit points for the different maps that you have. So yeah, these are some quick tips that I thought that would be useful for Delta Force, especially the equipments kind. It's a real wide variety of equipments, and the modification is endless. There's so many things you can modify about a gun. So very impressive, in-depth game, very realistic as well. So yeah, this is it for the tips section, and I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys again real soon.